The class trip, a bus ride teaches care and safety. It was a bright morning, and the students of Green Hill School were very excited. Their class trip day had finally come. The sun was shining, the sky was blue, and the air felt fresh and full of energy. Everyone gathered near the big yellow school bus in front of the gate. They carried small bags, water bottles, and snacks. Some had cameras to take pictures, and some just couldn't stop smiling and talking about what they would see. "Are we really going to the lake today?" asked Emma with bright eyes. "Yes," shouted her friend Liam. "We will have a picnic, games, and maybe a boat ride." Their teacher, Miss Clara, stood near the bus door, counting the students carefully. She smiled but spoke in a serious voice. "Before we get on the bus, I want everyone to listen. Please stay with your partner, do not run around, and follow the safety rules. The bus driver needs to drive safely, and we all must help him." The students nodded, though some were still giggling and whispering. Then they climbed onto the bus one by one. The seats were soft, and the windows were big. Everyone wanted a window seat, so they could look outside during the ride. The driver, Mr. Ben, smiled kindly and said, "Good morning, kids. Fasten your seatbelts and keep your hands inside the bus. Let's have a safe and happy trip." The bus started to move slowly, and soon they were on the road. The city buildings passed by, then small houses, and finally green fields and trees. The students sang songs, clapped their hands, and laughed. Some took pictures, and others looked quietly at the passing view. Everything felt joyful and peaceful. After a while, Miss Clara stood up and said, "Okay, everyone, let's take a little break from singing. Remember, when the bus is moving, you must stay in your seats. No standing, no moving from seat to seat, safety first." Her voice was kind but firm. Most students nodded, but two boys, Ryan and Max, started to play a game with a ball they had brought. The ball rolled down the aisle. Ryan stood up quickly to catch it, just as the bus turned around a corner. He almost lost his balance. Miss Clara quickly said, "Ryan, sit down, please. That could be dangerous." Ryan sat down and looked a little embarrassed. Max whispered, "Sorry, Miss Clara. We just wanted to play." Miss Clara smiled gently and said, "It's okay, boys. I know you're excited, but we must always think about safety. A small mistake on the bus can hurt someone." The class became quiet for a few moments, and everyone understood her words. The bus continued to move smoothly through the countryside. Outside, cows and sheep walked in green fields. The students pointed and laughed when they saw them. "Look, that sheep looks like it's smiling," said Emma. Everyone laughed again. After 1 hour, the bus stopped at a rest area. The students got out to stretch their legs. They drank water and ate small snacks. Miss Clara reminded them, "Stay together, don't go too far. The bus will leave again in 15 minutes. The students walked in small groups, talking happily. Some took photos of flowers and butterflies. When it was time to get back on the bus, Miss Clara counted the students again carefully. 24, 25, yes, all here," she said with a smile. "Let's keep our trip safe and fun." Back on the bus, everyone felt calm and happy again. The ride continued, and soon they reached the lake. It was large and shining under the sun. The students ran toward the picnic area, full of joy. They played games, shared food, and even went for a short boat ride with life jackets on. Miss Clara watched them with a proud smile. She thought about how much her students were learning not just from books, but from real life. They were learning to take care of each other and to stay safe while having fun. In the afternoon, it was time to go back to school. Everyone was tired but happy. They climbed onto the bus again, quieter this time. Some leaned their heads on the windows, and some closed their eyes to rest. The bus moved softly along the road. Halfway back, Miss Clara asked, "So, what did we learn today?" Liam raised his hand and said, "We learned that fun is good, but safety is important too." Emma added, "And we learned to listen and help each other." Miss Clara smiled warmly. "Exactly. Care and safety make every trip better." When the bus finally stopped in front of the school, parents were waiting. The students ran to them with happy faces, telling stories about the lake, the games, and even the small moment when Ryan almost fell. Everyone laughed kindly about it now, because it ended well. Before leaving, Miss Clara thanked Mr. Ben, the driver. "You drove carefully, and we all felt safe," she said. Mr. Ben smiled and said, "You have good students, ma'am. They learned fast." That night, when the children went to bed, they thought about the beautiful lake, the fun games, and the lesson they had learned. It was not just a trip, it was a day of learning how to care for one another and how to stay safe in every journey. And from that day on, whenever the school bus moved, every student remembered to sit quietly, wear a seatbelt, and say kindly to their friends, "Let's keep it safe and happy." The class trip had truly taught them that a bus ride is not only a way to travel, it is also a way to learn care, safety, and respect for everyone around.